Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jazzy, and you have absolutely no idea how excited I am to even be saying that right now because it has been a minute and it has been quite the year for me so far. 2025, it has been full of sickness. It has been just the worst. I'm not gonna lie. I was so excited coming into this year, and I was like, I'm gonna make this year my you know what? I was like, I got this, and she in fact did not. I literally was so sick the whole entire month of January. I couldn't even, I can't even explain it to you. I know so many people that were also sick. Well, I don't know personally anybody that was sick, but I heard through other people that they knew other people that were sick. And I said, I'm so sorry that everybody's going through that. And I'm curious if we all had the same thing or what was going on there. But for me, it just was the whole entire, it was probably a good 2 to 3 weeks of just horrible sickness. And it was like a wave. I would go from being having stuffy nose to sore throat to the most vicious cough that you guys heard in my last video. And that was not a bad cough. I'm not gonna lie. That video at that time, I thought I was almost over my sickness, and I wasn't, mind you, because literally the following day after that, I felt like absolute garbage again. And I don't even know what was happening to me. It was so upsetting, you guys. I'm not gonna lie. But we're through it now, and I'm so sorry for any of you that had to go through it as well. I feel like I started this way last year too. I feel like every year I start so strong in January and then I get sick sometime in January. And last year it wasn't the very beginning of the year, I don't think, but I just always get sick around this time of year, and it's horrible. I genuinely have so much to update you guys on. It's not even funny. It is not even funny, and I do not even know where to begin, to be honest with you. But I did want to tell you guys about Christmas. So this was our first Christmas with my parents, and it was so nice. We actually did a ham this year, and it was like a cherry balsamic glaze ham, which was insane. It was so yummy. We have always done the pineapple brown sugar ham, and it's always been really good, but this was next level. Dominic was like, you want me to try a different thing for the ham this year? And I was like, really? Because I really like the pineapple. And I was so upset about it, but it turned out so good, and I should have just trusted the process with him because he usually ends up making something very yummy. But it was really yummy. We spent a good amount of time with my parents. I did tell you guys, I'm pretty sure that's how I got sick, if I'm being honest with you, because my mom was sick a couple of the times we hung out. So we hung out with them for New Year's as well. And then I also did a little trip to Celebration with my mom, and we just had so much fun. We ended up looking at the Christmas lights there. They do such a good Christmas light show. They actually do snow as well there. It's really not snow, it's bubbles, but it is so magical, and it honestly feels like it's snowing. It's so cool. I definitely recommend that for anybody that is in this area at the Christmas, during the Christmas season. It's just so much fun to see the snow, and it's not even about the snow, honestly. The kids, you can just see how happy it makes them. They're all grabbing at the bubbles and stuff. It's just the cutest thing ever. And we just had a really good time driving around the neighborhoods, looking at the lights. And actually the day after that, this was the week I for sure got sick, you guys, because I was just go. And I should have known that that was going to mess me up because I did Celebration with my mom. I actually went to Celebration 3 days in a row. So I did that with her, and then she left Eclair with me, and I ended up going back to Celebration and walking Eclair around the neighborhood. And that was really fun, honestly. And I was thriving, you guys. I was like, this year's gonna be so awesome. I was so excited. And then the day after that, I actually ended up meeting my friend Bree and her aunt and little Aria for a little lunch date in Celebration as well. And that was so good for the soul. I honestly needed that. It was so nice. And then it was New Year's, and my parents came over and we did lasagna for New Year's, which was really yummy as well. And then I was sick, literally seconds after. It was the next day I was so sick, and my mom had been a little bit sick the week before. I don't know, I think what happened maybe is I got what my mom had, and then I also was exposed to something else because my immune system was so low. I got something else because my mom did not have what I had. My mom's thing was just basically a little sickness. She basically had a cold, which is why I was okay being around her, because I was I can do a cold, a cold isn't really a big deal, but it ended up just being way bigger than I expected. But I'm so excited that the sickness is finally over and to get into like the nitty gritty of everything. That is another thing we did. I just remembered Dominic and I actually, after the new year even, no, so I must not have gotten like sick then. Like I must not have realized I was sick until after the new year, because Dominic and I went to Daytona and we met up with one of his friends in Daytona. And I remember that was the day that I was like, something seems to be coming. Something seems to be on the horizon and I don't know what it is. We went to the beach and we sat and just like hung out watching the waves, and we went out to breakfast and we had a really good day. But like I could tell that I was starting to feel a little bit fatigued at that time. And like I literally specifically remember looking over at Dominic while we were on the beach thinking, shit's about to go down. Like I was just thinking, I can feel it. I can feel it coming. I know that I'm feeling really weird right now. And little did I know it was like really weird, because it got just so bad. But I would still rather have that, to be honest, because I didn't have any like tummy issues, which the tummy issues are what I usually hate. So like a cold I can deal with, but then it was the migraine. Then I got a migraine in addition, and the migraines, you guys know how I deal with migraines. It was just a whole thing. Sorry, not to be back on the sickness topic, but I'm just so excited to finally get to like put what we wanted to do originally into fruition now. It gave me time as well to like rewatch my old videos, and it was so funny. I rewatched my video from last year about like my 2024 goals, which last year I actually did like a vision board, and I will say that didn't work for me. Like it just didn't. I think that some of the things on it I was able to accomplish, and it was cool like looking at it and being like, oh wow, like I actually do that now. But it wasn't like because I was looking at my vision board or anything like that. You know, like I think last year when I did this video, I was like, I'm gonna look at my vision board every day. And like I threw that thing away after like a month and a half and never looked at it again, because it was kind of overwhelming, honestly. It's a little much. I can't do vision boarding, you guys. I don't know. I thought about it. I considered it. I was like, should I do another vision board this year? But I just don't really feel like it really did anything for me. I think that I, this year, want to go into this year and think less about that kind of stuff. Like, I want to think less about the big picture of things, because I feel like my vision board last year was very big picture, and I think I want to take it just day by day. And like I've realized this last year that you literally never know what's going to happen to people. You never know when things are going to happen. We don't even know where we'll be next year at this time. Like you genuinely don't know. So like I would have last year never imagined what this last year was. You guys know we ended up moving like here to Florida, like, which is just crazy. Like I just wouldn't have imagined it last year when I made my vision board. And like that was not factored into my vision board. Like there was no part of my vision board that was factoring in a whole cross-country move. So this year my biggest thing is that I want to just be more in the now and be more like present. And I also want to do, like, I want to expand my knowledge more. I don't know what I'm feeling interesting this year. Like I feel like when I watched my video from last year and then I watched my video from the year before, it's so crazy to me, because in each of the videos I'm like, I just watched my video from last year and I've grown so much. Like I feel like came so much more into myself. Like I am becoming who I'm supposed to be. And like I wonder if that's ever gonna stop. Like I feel like I'm always going to feel that way, because I watched my video from last year and I'm like, I am so much more me than I was then. But I guess you're ever changing, so I'm always probably going to feel that way. But like I just feel like maybe I didn't tick every box that I was supposed to be doing on my vision board vibe, but I ticked such important things. Like I just did so many important things that like I needed to do that I didn't even realize needed to be done. Like had I known last year, or like when I filmed that video, where my life would be now, I mean, it's so crazy. When I filmed that video, like my life was just totally different. And the other thing is that I was totally different. Like I definitely cared a lot about other people, and I will say I still have that. Obviously, I'm still always going to care about other people, but something that I've really focused on this year and learned this year is that you aren't in control of the way that other people treat you, and the distance that other people put between you and them, or the time that they give you, or the value that they put on you. Like, and also something that I've learned is that, like, it's not a bad thing to take a back seat sometimes. Like, I just feel like I used to always want to be the person's most important person. Like, everybody. Like, you can't, first of all. But I used to always just, like, have this value on, like, being the go-to person for as many people as I possibly could be it for, and I loved that feeling. But at the end of the day, like, everybody gives somebody something different. So, like, I'm not at a stage in my life where I'm capable of giving certain friends the insight or the advice or the support even that they might need in their life. And I think what I've learned most this last year is that the person that I actually need to support is myself, and that the person that I actually need to, like, focus on is myself, and focus less on what everyone else needs from me, which I know I've always known this. I feel like I preach this in every one of these videos, to be honest. And it's hard. It's a hard line because I never want to get to a point where I just don't care about other people, obviously. But it's like, how do you balance the two of, you know, prioritizing yourself while also trying to maintain these, like, valuable friendships that are very valuable, and valuable relationships that mean a lot? You know, how do you balance trying to make sure that you still value them, while also balancing, if something is impacting you negatively, distancing yourself from that? You know, like, I don't know how to explain it, but I just want to continue to put myself first. Like, I think this last year I've done a really amazing job of sticking up for myself and allowing myself to ask for what I need from my friends and from my family and in relationships in general. Like, I've just learned to be honest with what I'm able to give, and also be open with what I require. Okay, you guys, my sincerest apologies, but my camera decided that it wanted to die, and then it decided it was going to take a lot of time to charge. So we are running low on sunlight, so I just wanted to be able to finish this video while we still have a little bit of sunlight left, and we're just gonna pull it on the iPhone now. I know everything's gonna be messed up. Audio is gonna be messed up. I'm gonna hate it when I'm editing, but we just have to go with it. So where I was is that I feel like this last year I've learned to communicate my needs and communicate with people when I am not only, like, I feel like, okay, not everyone, first of all. I've also let a lot of friends go that maybe didn't align with the type of person that I want to be friends with. Like, they just didn't align with who I am as a person. But I've learned to communicate with the ones that I want to hold on to rather than keeping it all inside. And, like, I think that's better for me. Like, I don't know, through my 20s, I feel like I was just friends with anyone that wanted to be friends with me. And as I've gotten older, I've realized that allows a lot of space to be hurt by people and to be disappointed in people. And I'm done being silently disappointed by people. So, like, there's a lot of people that I just don't talk to anymore because I knew that they weren't people I wanted to take into this next, like, season of my life. And there's a lot of people that I do and that I had the hard conversations with. But this coming up year, what I really want to focus on is cultivating, like, a community of people that believe in the same things that I believe in. I feel like through my 20s and through, like, when I was younger, I was friends with anyone that I could be friends with, and I'm not a judgmental person, so, like, I like to hear from people that have different belief systems than I do. I like to cultivate relationships with people that maybe we don't see eye to eye on everything. I think that's very healthy. Like not never see eye to eye, but to not see eye to eye on everything with the people that are in your life. I think that it allows you to better understand different communities. And but what I will say this past year made me take things a lot more serious and made me realize that I was disappointed in some of the behavior that I was allowing, basically, and not speaking up during certain things, and not like, I realized that I was disappointed with myself. And so this next year, like, I want to make sure that I'm cultivating relationships with people that don't make me feel like I need to sacrifice my beliefs to be around them, or sacrifice the way that I like things, like core values that you guys know about me. But I don't really talk about it that much on my channel, and honestly I do kind of want to shift that as well. Like, I just have very strong beliefs when it comes to like LGBTQ rights, when it comes to women's rights, when it comes to all sorts of things, honestly. Like, there's a big aspect of me that isn't online that is very political, and if you follow me on Instagram, you know where I lie with all of that. On YouTube, it's just not something that I talk about very often, but it does impact me in a very specific way. And I want to like surround myself with people that align with that more. So my goal this coming up year is just to make my circle filled with people that align with me more, and to make sure that I like don't justify other behaviors or other things that don't align with my beliefs just because maybe I love someone, they're a friend of mine, you know? So I'm really going to try to be better about that this year. So hopefully by next year, I'll be watching this video and be like, wow, like you really did what you wanted, like what you said you were gonna do, because I do want to feel like I did. And this past year, I've done a really good job of eliminating certain people from my life, but this coming up year, like, because I've eliminated so many people from my life, I'd like to introduce different ones. You know, like, I'd like to create a community, like I'd like to meet new friends and have new people in my life that, you know, resonate with maybe the things that I've gone through, or the things that I continue to go through, or just the things that I support, or, you know, like just things that I personally, they're just core belief systems of mine. And then the last thing that I really want to do is just try more things, which I've always been doing, but like I want to actually let myself enjoy things for long lengths of time and be off my phone more often, which I have definitely done since I got sick. Like, I was off my phone almost the entire month of January, and it was really nice. I did like a couple of puzzles while I was sick, and like it was just really nice to like let my mind be at ease while I was doing puzzles and like enjoy myself. Although it did create a few migraines. One of the puzzles was very difficult. It was actually an extremely difficult puzzle, apparently. It said, like, after I did it, I looked it up on Amazon. I literally ordered it on Amazon and didn't read any of the reviews, and it was like, this is a challenging puzzle even for experts. And it was like my first puzzle other than my advent calendar puzzle, and it was hard, you guys. It was not fun. But then I did another puzzle afterwards. The Dominic got me a friend's puzzle, and I loved doing that one. That one was so much fun. So I just want to do more things like that like, I don't know, ease my nervous system and like bring me like more peace rather than bring me turmoil, which typically scrolling and like watching people's videos bring me a bit of turmoil sometimes, especially like the comparison game. I feel like it's so much easier to not compare yourself when you are happy with your life, when you're doing things that you're happy with, rather than scrolling and like watching other people's lives. Like, that's a waste of time, I'm not gonna lie. Like, watching, like, okay, I just told you guys watching my videos is a waste of time. But you know what I mean. Like, watching videos once in a while is a good time. Like, a video a couple times a week, not so bad. But endlessly scrolling is gonna get you nowhere. So I just want to be better about that. I just want to be more in the moment and more present, like I said. But I do need to wrap this video up, unfortunately, because it is clearly getting dark out. So I love you guys. I hope you guys like this video. I'm sorry for all the rambling, but I will chat with you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.